Sveta, and in this video I will show you how to make this cute mini black dress with an open back and bow. As you can see, I made patterns, mock-up, pattern grading and technical sketch of the garment. If you're interested in the pattern making of this dress, let me know in the comment below. So let's start. So for the sewing we will need main fabric, can be any dress fabric. I took gabardine, lining, I took viscose or rayon, fusible interfacing to stabilize main fabric, invisible zipper in the same tone of your fabric, threads and patterns. You can find them in my Etsy shop, the link I will attach below in description. Also, you will need a white elastic tape. The main fabric fold in a half-length ways, right sides together, selvage to selvage. Steam your fabric with a low temperature without pressing surface directly. Steam your lining as well, folding face to face. Cut patterns out of main fabric. Make sure main pieces as front top, front central, placed and cut on fold. Then cut patterns out of lining. When you place patterns, check grain line. It should be parallel to selvage of the fabric, so all pieces will be cut on straight grain line, align warp threads. After patterns cut out, clip notches as well. They will help you to match up pieces during sewing. Here pieces have cut out of main fabric. And here pieces cut out of lining. Those upper marked parts of top front, side back and back central need to be fused. Cut them separately. Here's a guide will show you what pieces need to be fused. Interfacing contains glue dots. They should be faced to wrong side of the fabric. For example, take two back central pieces, place symmetrical with the wrong side up, put interfacing with glue dot side down and press gently with the iron. Interfacing will be stick to main fabric well. Same for side back pieces and front top. If edges of your fabric are fraying, I suggest you to overlock or fuse them. In my case, I will fuse edges by interfacing. Cut few straps with a width of 2 cm and fuse all outer edges of main fabric pieces. Let's start to assemble outer main layers of dress. Front central piece sew with the side front pieces, right sides together. Match waist notches, pin and sew with 1 cm of seam allowance. Then back central pieces match with the side back pieces, right sides together and sew with 1 cm of seam allowance. A lower part of central back line below zipper, sew along hip notch down to hemline. All seam allowances press open. On front top piece, make gathers between marked notches. Choose the widest stitch and sew between notches 7-8 mm from the edge. Make a reverse stitch at the beginning and fix seam. At the end, just leave a long loop. Take the bobbin thread and gently pull it in order to create gathers. Make the knot to stabilize gathers. Front top sew with the lower front assembled piece 1 cm. And seam allowance press open. Place front part on back and sew together side lines 1 cm and seams press open. When front and back assembled, let's move to sleeves. Mark the dart end on the wrong side of fabric pieces. Draw dart legs connecting notch and apex point of dart. Same for other sleeve. Match dart legs and pin and sew a long line. At the end of the dart, make a knot. Dart press towards the sleeve top. There will be a slit on sleeve's hemline. For that, measure 10 cm up from hem and cut short notch. Make it for both sleeve sides. Sides of the sleeves will be connected with a French seam. You can also sew it with a straight seam, keeping 1 cm of seam allowance. Then press seams open. So, if you do French seam, match side lines wrong sides together and sew 5 mm down to slit notch. Trim off 2 mm of seam allowance and press it on the side. Turn wrong side out, fold on seam and press again. Seams should be flat. Sew 5 mm fold, locking the edge inside. Turn right side out. Check if edge doesn't come out from seam. Clip angles on seam allowance of slit. Fold seam allowance 5 mm 2 times, locking the edge and press with iron. Make it for 3 sides. Then top stitch 1 mm right near fold. You can also use sleeve pressing board to iron inseam of sleeve. Once it's done, make a bar tack secure slit opening. Let's move to straps assembling. Fold both straps face to face and sew 1 cm from edge. And give a good press. Prepare 2 straps of elastic tape with a length 21 cm. I took it for XS size that I'm using. When you do for other sizes, just add 1 cm for each size gradually. With the help of pin, insert elastic tape inside of sleeve strap. Secure by pins both sides of strap. Check if tape is not twisted inside. Then make bar tag on both sides of strap. When outer layer is done, assemble lining layer in the same way. Once your lining outer layer, 2 straps and 2 sleeves are done, now you will start to connect all pieces in one dress. Attach sleeve straps to front neckline. Sew strap on the angle of front neckline and armhole. Then connect strap with the back neckline. When you attach it, make sure that strap direction is straight. Sew along marked lines. For the back bow, you will need to cut 2 rectangles with a length of 62 cm and width 12 cm. This is for XS size that I'm using. For the following sizes, add 1 cm for length gradually. Sew outer lines, keeping 1 cm of seam allowance, one side leave open. Turn right side out and press bow straps. Then attach bow straps on the back neckline from both sides. Make sure if bow straps directions should be attached horizontal. Sleeves set into the armhole of the assembled dress. You will find front notch on sleeves cup, so match it with the front neckline seam, right sides together. Back notch on the cup with the back neckline seam. A top notch on sleeve cup line match with the central of sleeve strap. Inseam on sleeve match with the side line of garment. Pin the lower part of armhole. And upper part stretch and match all the way along. Make a basting stitch separately, first lower part, then upper part. Avoid sewing on seam allowances of neckline from both sides. Then same part sewn machine. Sew lower armhole, stop, then over seam allowance start to sew upper armhole. After all is done, place lining over outer layer right sides together. Front neckline of main layer pin with front neckline of lining face to face. Back neckline of main layer pin with back neckline of lining face to face. Draw the angle of back neckline and armhole as a guideline. Bow strap keep inside, pin all the way back neckline from center back line to the point where starts armhole. End of the lining neckline match with the same point on outer main fabric layer. Front neckline match in the same way. Sew along with the 1 cm of seam allowance.
Send her my heart covered as a gift, and hope that you'll take
turn garment right side out. On a sleeve pressing board, press seam allowance towards to lining. Then top stitch with 1-2 mm on lining and seam allowance under. Prevent rolling neckline outside. Same for front neckline. Here's how top stitch of seam should look like. Front and back neckline press gently, keeping lining inside. Once it's done, insert invisible zipper on the central back line of dress. Zipper place on the outer layer on central back line, right sides together. Leave 5 mm above top stopper. Pin and make basting stitch 1 cm all the way down to hip notch. Use foot for sewing invisible zipper. Turn wrong side out and sew central back lining with outer central back line, sandwiching zipper in between. Fold zipper top between the edge and place lining face to face. Secure with pins and sew right near zipper teeth. Turn garment right side out. Make sure both sides of neckline are symmetrical. Sew lower gap by hand. Then sew by hand over zipper teeth a few times to lock it in and cut remaining part. Cut edges of zipper, burn it a bit. With a lighter, it will prevent teeth of splitting. Once it's done, armhole seam allowance has to be overlocked. In my case, I will lock it with bias tape. Cut straps about 3.5 cm of width in the bias direction, 45 degrees from selvage of fabric. This direction is the most stretchy, so it will work perfectly for round shapes like armhole necklines and hemlines. Fold 6-7 mm each side of bias tape and press. Correct seam allowance of armhole. Attach one side of bias tape around armhole, make a stitch 6-7 mm from edge. Then fold bias tape blocking the edge of seam allowance inside. Make a basting stitch first, then top stitch on other side of tape 1 mm from fold. For finishing hemline, turn on the wrong side garment. With a stitch removal tool, make 10-15 cm of gap for turning garment right side out. Take lining and outer layer on central back line and pull out through the gap. Pin hemline of lining and outer layer together all around, matching central back line, sides and other seam lines. Sew 1 cm of seam allowance, turn garment right side out. Top stitch 1 mm on lining and seam allowance. Give a good press to hemline. Then close the gap by sewing 1-2 mm on fold. So our black mini dress is ready. I will be glad to see your makes on Instagram with the hashtag #BlackJewelDress. You can find me also on Instagram and TikTok with the same name. I didn't think yet about my next project, but I think it will be some cute and warm teddy sweatshirt. So see you soon!